Hey guys, welcome to the Toku Junction. I hope all of you are having at least an alright day. I thought I would just come on here and have like a 5 or 10 minute yap session. This will be completely unedited, unscripted. I've only got 4 bullet points. Uh, so I thought I'd just explain a bit my background and a bit of what this channel is. So, my background, I would say, well, yeah, I would say that I grew up on it. Uh, when Power Rangers came on TV, for me, it was known that it's my hour, or it's my block to watch TV. You could not take the remote away from me and stop me from watching Power Rangers. So yeah, that was that was me. My first memory was of Lily, the Yellow Jungle Fury Ranger, jumping up in the air while I was eating some porridge. I was so blown away by whatever I was seeing. Uh, and then, yeah, I grew up on Kicks. For those of you who grew up in the UK and Ireland, uh, I, I would want to say that you know of Kicks TV. Uh, there was a video that Este made about Kicks TV, and yeah, he wasn't lying. There were times and weeks and days and weekends where the channel would basically be a 24/7 Power Rangers channel. Uh, I remember they would advertise it, on a Monday, and they say, "Oh, from Friday to Sunday, it's gonna be Power Rangers 24/7 reruns." So yeah, I grew up on Time Force all the way to RPM, so you can imagine Time Force, Wild Force, Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, SPD, Mystic Force, Operation Overdrive, Jungle Fury, and RPM. I would say I at least watched every episode at least 4 times from then. Yeah. So uh, I remember back in 2000, I want to say it's 2011 or 2012. I was on YouTube and I remember seeing a show that was Power Rangers, but it wasn't. I knew that what I was seeing was Power Rangers, but it wasn't. And now that I'm older, I've realized I haven't gone back to it, but I've realized that what I was actually watching was Abba Ranger versus Deca Ranger. And if it's truly what I'm saying, then there was a scene where um I believe it should have been Deca Red hanging off of a scaffolding or a building, and Red comes and saves him, but they were fighting or something like that. Maybe it was Magic Ranger, who knows? But I'm almost 100% sure it was Ranger versus Deca Ranger. Uh, I want to say it was the whole movie or whole special or whole episode as well. But yeah, anyway, yeah. I also remember episode 3 of Samurai airing before all the other episodes. It was a bit confusing to me that day that it seemed like they were airing something I should have already known of, but it wouldn't have made sense. I knew something didn't make sense somewhere, but my young mind couldn't piece it together. And then let me see. Yeah, so I watched Power Rangers, especially since Samurai. So when they were airing Samurai, Super Samurai, Mega Force, Super Mega Force, and then when the Dino Charge theme song dropped, oh wow, what? Oh my days! I remember how hyped I was for that. I remember just playing it for almost 3 weeks straight or 3 days straight, just playing it. I couldn't believe that we had a theme song that sounded different to the other ones, and I was just so happy. So yeah, and then obviously I think probably around that time, I want to say 2016. I remember someone was uploading Ninja, the whole episode for free, about a day after it would come out. And I think I must have watched like the first 16 to 23 episodes of Ninja. But there's little I remember anyway. So, yeah. And then when it came to lockdown, I remember watching every single episode from Mighty Morphin all the way up until Beast Morphers. It should have been because I'm pretty sure that's when it went on Netflix. About lockdown time. I watched every single episode from Mighty Morphin to Beast Morphers, and then after that I decided to also start watching some Super Sentai. So I ended up watching Go Ranger, and now I'm at Turbo Ranger. Uh, I haven't watched Turbo Ranger in a while because it's a bit of a drag for me personally. I will end up getting there. So yeah. So let me see my bullet points. What surprised me? Surprised me the choreography for for early Sentai. It wasn't actually that bad. I'm not saying it's fantastic, but you can see the improvements and upgrades as time goes on. I think when I first noticed improvements in choreography was there was a general in Go Ranger that was Egyptian themed. I'll put him on the screen if I can find him. But that's when I noticed the choreography and all of that stuff was improving. Uh, and then another thing that surprised me, people just die. They just they just get shot and die. Honestly, uh, differences from Power Rangers. I would say differences. Yeah, essentially they kill people. Some of the themes are not what you'd expect. Some of the stories are not things you typically find in more American shows. Yeah, and then how early Super Sentai felt. Yeah, I'd say felt it, I enjoyed Go Ranger, but personally, it shouldn't. Obviously, that was back in the late 70s, but I don't think it should have been that long, especially for how long the episodes themselves were. I think there was like a straight 30 minutes and not 20 or 30 something. Usually with newer shows these days, especially on Netflix, season one, 8 episodes, 1 hour each, not 84 episodes times 30 minutes. That's, quite a lot. I grew up on, you know, cable TV. Every 7 minutes there'd be there'd be an ad break, but oh well. Favorite moments. Favorite moments. Reversal. I'll try and put the clip on the screen. It was from Denzi, man. I love that, man. I love Denzi, man. What else? Yes, Go Ranger. There was an episode where our ranger shot one of the monsters in the eye with his arrows. That was just brutal. Oh my gosh, that was just brutal. And then let me see another thing. I would say Flashman. I really enjoyed Flashman. I think probably top three for me. Uh, yeah. So that was just a speed run of me and a bit of my background. So yeah, as you can tell by the title, not the title, the name of the channel, it's called the Toku Junction, not the Power Ranger Junction or the Sentai Junction. The Toku Junction. I aim to continue to explore more of Tokusatsu, more Ultraman, more Kamen Rider, Zubat, Spider-Man, what else? Metalda, all of those ones. Ninja Captor. I intend to explore it, as someone who's mainly been a Power Rangers fan. I intend to, you know, enhance my Tokusatsu palette. Yeah, and I have plenty of other videos on the way. I really enjoyed making uh, that lessons from Toku video. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I have some more videos in the works. Uh, I think in 2 episodes I'll be watching Kamen Rider for the first time. I'd say for the first time, because I can't remember exactly if I watched a couple episodes of Gaim, but yeah, I'll be watching Kamen Rider, whatever the first one was, uh, completely blind. You know, yeah, I'll watch probably the first 3 episodes of the first episode, and yeah, so expect that in 2 videos. I think I'll probably do another lessons from Toku video next. That's probably the next video, so watch out for that. I've got a couple more mockumentaries. I've got plenty of ideas. Just wait. But for the meantime, we'll do loads of first time watching. Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Garo, Zubat, Jiraiya, Winspector, Jiban, Spider-Man, Ninja Captor. So yeah, if you want to join me on my journey, then thank you for joining me. If you've got anything you'd like to say, feel free. Thank you for listening to my app session. Goodbye.